The most important thing that lawmakers do every year is pass a budget. It's never easy. There's never enough funding to cover every meaningful program and build every important project. And in lean years, there are even more people than usual that you have to say no to. This year, with the largest proposed budget cuts in the history of the Alaska State Legislature, the bloodletting isn't over yet. Governor Walker proposed his budget cuts, the House added theirs, and the Senate took it even a step further. Some say too far, but not Representative Tammy Wilson.
I think they were very responsible in what they did. The Senate did cut quite a bit, but they also added in things that the House took out.
The spring economic report has come out with predictions of an even larger deficit next year than the lawmakers had to cross for FY 2016.
Things are only going to get harder, not easier at this point.
The number that the Senate arrived at for this year's budget will most likely not change, but there's still some fine-tuning to be done.
Well, at this point, do we do a little trading and put some education money back in and take out the increases that happened on the Senate for the university?
Wilson chaired the House University Budget Committee and proposed significantly larger cuts than where they stand now.
The university has ways to be able to raise funds. Our K-12 program does not. And so to take more out of K-12 just doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
While public schools are very restricted in what they can do, we're told that they aren't even allowed to have bake sales while school is in session anymore. The university has much more latitude.
The university has tuition, they have fundraisers, they get to look at which programs are economical, which ones aren't, what programs we shouldn't be doing.
There are 3 House members and 3 Senate members in a committee negotiating a final budget. They will go through each of the changes and then adopt either the House or the Senate version of the line item. Nothing new or unique will be added.
It is hard when it bottoms out like that, but I think we've said for the last few years that Alaskans should get ready for this, and we were kind of hoping it wouldn't happen, and when it finally did.
Wilson feels that the university system has an opportunity to get all the funding they need by simply graduating the students they are already attracting.
The other part that when I chaired the university budget was they have a very low graduation rate. So they're getting them in the door, but for some reason we're not getting them out with a degree on the other side. If they could even do that, they would be able to recoup over the $40 million that was originally talked about being cut.
And as for the rest of the projects and programs that got cut?
It's supposed to be about the independent spirit of Alaskans and the entrepreneurship that can happen, but it can't do that if they're always having to compete with the state. I think it will be difficult, but I do think the private sector will step up into those areas that are economical to be able to do, and those things that they don't step up to, we probably shouldn't have been doing in the first place.
It is expected that the budget will be completed and sent to the governor within the 90-day session. Walker will be able to redline even more cuts, but unable to add any additional funding in. Reporting in Juneau, I'm Doreen Lorenz.